You know, as persons with disabilities, we always joke around with our disabilities. So when you understand someone's disability, like mine is physical, Kibaki's albinism, we have deaf. So when we come together, you understand someone's disability, you work very well. We are like other. We are just people. There's nothing that is so different with us. So when you're working together, the environment is so conducive. The environment is so loving that you wish you can just stay in the office than going outside there. So it's just perfect working with each other.
Albinism is a condition that you are born with, whereby you inherit genes from both the parents, the mom and the dad, and you're born with the lack of melanin.
ANDI has done a lot, not only for persons, not only for persons' abilities, not only even, let me just say, not only within the office. ANDI is doing so much out there in the community that I wish many people can just see it. As we can tell, as we can sit and say, indeed, we are doing so many things. ANDI is trying in all spheres, let me use the word spheres, to accommodate persons' abilities, their health, employment, and education.
I went to a special school from nursery to high school. Then there are no colleges for special education or for specific skills for persons with different disabilities. So you had to now to face the world in real time. People fear. They've never been in close contact with a person with albinism. So even an employer will fear, if I get this person, what will he or she require? So it becomes also a challenge.
Kibaki is I can say is an awesome person. I'm using awesome because he's an easy person to work with. I miss Kibaki when he's not in the office because of his smile. You know, a smile can change many things. His disability, even like I can say, it's not even affecting anything. It's not even there. Let me just say, with Kibaki, I know with him, people out there or people will describe his disability, but with him, I don't think if it's affecting me. There's nothing affecting his work. Kibaki is like any other person. He thinks the same. He's doing everything the same as other person. So I don't see his disability distracting him from anything. He's just perfect the way he is.
One thing with albinism, you have challenges the eyesight. If I'm using a computer, I must get a machine that I'm able to manipulate it to get clear contrast and make the writings bigger or the characters bigger, such kind. So you'll see an employer, because I'm squinting, they might say, you are not able to perform in my workplace. With persons with disability, what we require most is the space. If you're using a wheelchair, crutches, you need a good space. The floor should be leveled, not stairs or bumps. The staff here, they have different types of disabilities, so we interact with each other. We were taken through sign language, all of us, the staff of ANDI, so that we may be able to interact with persons, the deaf community. With the definition of youth in disability, because some of us, we started education very late, I think also we need not to be put in the bracket of 35, because if you find yourself, you didn't go to school at the age of 7, maybe you started at the age of 10, you see you lost some time there. So I think also the employers, they need also to be a little bit understanding on that part. And those who are in employment, you need to to be extra, to prove yourself, in the sense that there's no, don't misuse your disability for people to feel pity on you.
I used to sell mandazis in church. Not that we don't have money, but I didn't want to sit. Then I got volunteer. I used to volunteer in other places. I don't just sit. Then I joined sports. That's where now ANDI found me. Look where I am.
We have the laws and policies, but we don't have the, if you break this law, the consequences. If you read Disability Act 2003, there is that 5% for persons with disability. I think there also needs to be tied a penalty. If your company has 100 employees and you don't have 5 persons with disability in your company, you're penalized. Your tax goes high. But if you're able to employ 5 and maybe above, there's a kind of a tax rebate. Your tax is reduced a little bit. I think that will encourage employers to employ persons with disability. God
always takes you to places to fulfill His purpose. That's what I can tell you. When He puts you there, you always have His grace, and He knows why He took you there. So do your best. Don't ever limit yourself that now you sit down and you say, oh, I'm a person with disability, my employer needs to see this, blah, blah, blah. Never do that. Just when you work on a certain thing or on a certain job or a project running, please do your best. Just do your best. For the employers, never limit someone before you see their potential. I work with girls with disabilities in schools, 5. And I can say that girls with disabilities, we are vulnerable, and there's so many things that can happen to us at adolescent stage. Please take good care of yourself. Always understand your body. Always understand, and in fact, respect your parents if you have one.